I like challenges, and I was challenged by a customer only this last weekend. I was showing him some of the raw material, or what we call pre-bonsai material, on the nursery. And he said to me, "What are you going to do with these two rubbish trees? They're useless." I said, "They're not useless. I know what I'm going to do with it." So he said, "They're not worth anything." I think he wanted a bargain. So he thought they were useless trees which I would give away for free or throw in the rubbish skip. So I said, "I have thoughts for doing these." So he said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "Wait till you see." So I didn't tell him what I was going to do. He said, "I know you're going to cut it down to make a short tree." I said, "Yeah, that is possible, because this would make a very nice tree if I chopped it here. And this tree, probably grow it in that style and regrow it." But rather than chop it, I said to myself, I will make this into a twin trunk tree using two trees put together. So this is what I'm going to show you today. So it is what we call synergy. Sometimes when you have two weak subjects and you put it together, they become powerful. So synergy is summed up in the expression 2 and 2 make 5. 2 and 2 does not make 4, but 2 and 2 in synergy makes 5. So what may seem to be quite useless can become very interesting when they are put together. It is like a partnership of anything. Sometimes two people get together, or two people form a company. They have the synergy to make it work. So same with these two trees. So you probably guess what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these two trees together and make it a twin trunk tree. Many of the twin trunk trees that are made with maples are in fact made by this particular method, where they use two separate trees to combine together to make one. The only trouble with some of these maples, I once remember buying a twin trunk maple from Japan, and come the autumn, one tree, or one half of the tree is bright red, and the other part of the tree is bright yellow. And right through the autumn, it doesn't change color, and they don't turn red at the same time. In fact, the other one did not turn red at all, so it just stayed yellow. So if you want to have compatible trees with maples, you make sure that they're the same variety, otherwise you get this conflict. So, and because these trees are growing quite near the edge of the pot, it is almost a natural to combine it together. So I'm going to get a saw and cut off a bit of the root. I usually use blunt saws to cut things like this, because I don't want to use new saws. If you cut soil with a saw, it will blunt the saw. So I use old saws which are not much good for cutting wood, and I use it for cutting the roots. It's quite safe to do this because this tree has got such a lot of root. There's sufficient root on the other side to sustain the tree. So I will get this one close as well. So I will cut this. This is the European beech. It's not a Japanese beech. So it's Fagus sylvatica. And they have this lovely autumn color, which is clear golden yellow. It's very pot bound because I've left it in these pots for quite a few years. I leave them root bound because if you leave it root bound, the leaves do get a bit smaller. So I will just loosen it because it will make it become a little more vigorous and healthy. These roots have just gone round and round. Beech is a very good species for growing as hedging plants, and all species that are useful as hedging plants make very good bonsai because they can stand pruning well. So now that I've cut it closer, I can tie the two trees together like that. So that's what I'm going to do. If I had not sewn it, I would not be able to get it so close. So I'm going to now tie it together just to help it stay together so that it won't drift apart. But that wire will only stay there for a short while, maybe 1 year. After that, I will have to take it off. Otherwise, it may mark the tree too much at the base. So that's what the tree is going to be like. So there we are. We have a nice twin trunk in the making. Probably keep one shorter than the other. And there you go. Two useless trees have become a beautiful couple, or has become one tree. That's something simple for you to consider. So when you get rubbish trees, the two together or several together can make them look very good.